He is Scotland's finest and one of the best left-backs in the world. Andy Robertson's Liverpool career has been remarkable, but the story behind the scenes is better than ever. Let's get to know more about his family, fairytale romance, Merseyside life, expensive properties, and net worth. We've got everything here, including why he was kicked out of his boyhood club. This is Andy Robertson's lifestyle. Andrew Henry Robertson was born on the 11th March 1994 in Glasgow, Scotland. Little Robbo grew up in a middle-class family setting with his little brother Stephen. His father, Brian Robertson, aka Pop, was a talented amateur footballer and was friends with the renowned Scottish football legends Charlie Nicholas and Jim Duffy. However, a spinal injury that required him to wear a back brace meant that Robertson Sr. never got to pursue football as a career. We do not know too much about Robertson's mother, Martina Sanchez, but multiple sources say that she was raised in the United States and has worked as a nurse in the Glasgow area. Although Andy loved football and was a huge Celtic fan, his parents were heavily invested in education. Little Robertson attended St. Ninian's High School in Giffnock, East Renfrewshire, from 2006 to 2012 and was the captain of their football team. He then joined Celtic as a youth, but was rejected shortly after at the under-15 level for being too timid and small. After being kicked out by the Celtics, Robertson worked in Hampden Park, where he took phone calls and attended the ticket orders for games. He then joined the academy at Queen's Park, but didn't make much progress. As a result, he decided to focus on his studies and was on the brink of becoming a university undergraduate before he was finally called up to the Queen's Park senior team ahead of the 2012 and 13 season. Robertson made a total of 43 appearances for Queen's Park that season before moving to Dundee United. He had an impressive season with the Scottish Premiership side and won the PFA Scotland Young Player of the Year award. Dundee United then accepted a £2.85 million offer from Hull City in July 2014. The defender spent 3 seasons with the club before his big break came. Robertson joined Liverpool for just £10 million, and the rest is history. In his 6 complete seasons with the Reds so far, Robertson has already become the defender with the most assists in Premier League history, racking up more than 55 assists at the time of this recording. He has made close to 300 appearances in all competitions and won literally everything: the UEFA Champions League, the English Premier League, the FA Cup, the League Cup, the UEFA Super Cup, and the FIFA Club World Cup. Robertson also made the PFA Team of the Year in 2 consecutive seasons between 2018 and 2020. On the international stage, Robertson made over 60 appearances for Scotland since making his full international debut for Scotland in May 2014 and has been the nation's captain since 2018. His pace, great vision, passing, and crossing abilities have made him one of the very best in the game. But the real deal is Andy Robertson's life away from football. The defender married Rachel Roberts, his long-term girlfriend, in the summer of 2022. The couple started dating a decade ago when they were both in school. At that time, they already had mutual friends as Roberts was just a class below her husband. Roberts gave birth to their first child and son, Rocco, in August 2017, and welcomed their second child and daughter, Aria, in January 2019. Not the typical wag, Roberts worked in the banking industry before starting off her own UK-based gymnastic clothing brand called Orasport. One interesting thing about the duo is that you would often see them exploring different restaurants and trying out new dishes. Robertson lives a disciplined lifestyle. According to the player himself, he has never been forced to pay a fine for showing up late for training because he's a time freak, and is always among the first to arrive at any event. If we are to go by the videos, he's also one of the loudest and most dedicated in the group, often providing positive affirmations to teammates. Like his parents, the Liverpool left-back is a practicing Roman Catholic and lives a rather modest lifestyle. Robertson also has other interests outside of football. He is a talented golfer and was the junior captain of his local golf club in Glasgow back in the day. Robert also loves swimming and biking, but we could very well say that he's a family man and would give up everything to spend more time with his beautiful wife and kids. As a result, he often travels to exotic destinations and explores new things with his loved ones. The first thing Robertson did when he got a big paycheck as a footballer was to buy his parents a house in Glasgow, Scotland, to appreciate them for believing in his potential to become a world-class footballer. Like many other Premier League players, Andy Robertson lives in Cheshire. In 2021, he moved into a stunning 5-bedroom property valued at £3.5 million. The property is located on the leafy Wilmslow Road, and it is part of the Golden Triangle where world-class footballers such as Wayne Rooney and David Beckham have lived. Turns out that Robertson has Manchester United legend Sir Alex Ferguson living close to him alongside Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Although Liverpool and Man United are bitter rivals, Robbo and Fergie's Scottish roots means that they can always have a good chat. Unfortunately, Robertson joined the long list of footballers who have had their homes invaded. While away on international duty with Scotland in 2021, a man was arrested for trying to gain unauthorized access into the £3.5 million mansion. As a result, Robertson has had to beef up the security of the place. When it comes to cars, Robertson is no slouch. The Scottish international has a couple of ultra-luxurious performance SUVs, and that includes a Lamborghini Urus and a Range Rover. Although Robertson doesn't reveal much details about all of his properties, we do know that they are nothing short of impressive, with his garage alone being worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Robertson renewed his contract with the Reds in 2021, and it runs through till 2026. The defender has a weekly salary of £100,000 at Liverpool, which translates to about £5,200,000. The 29-year-old is not among the top earners at the Merseyside club despite his quality at the back, but considering his modest lifestyle, he just might not care that much. As a top footballer, he also has high-profile endorsements like with Nike and several other top brands. In November 2020, Robertson and fellow Liverpool fullback Trent Alexander-Arnold started starring in their own digital series on IGTV. The series is called Wingman. Also, he has a huge amount of followers on social media, so Robertson would also be earning a few $1,000s in sponsored posts and partnerships. Adding up all of his income sources, we expect Andy Robertson's net worth to be around $27 million as of right now. There are not too many players who are as big on charity as Robertson is. In 2018, he donated a signed Liverpool jersey of his teammate Roberto Firmino to a young boy who gave all of his pocket money to a local food bank. During the pandemic, Robertson donated significant amounts of money to food banks in the Glasgow area. Also in 2020, he wrote his first book, Robbo, Now You're Gonna Believe Us, and donated all of the proceeds to charity. He also established the Andy Robertson's Foundation, which seeks to help out underprivileged children in Scotland and give them an equal start in life. The defender is also a promoter of the Soccer Aid for UNICEF project, just to mention a few of his philanthropic ventures. Just this year, Andy Robertson was appointed member of the Order of the British Empire for his services to the association football, charity, and young people. Robertson lives a modest and relatively quiet life in private, so you'd be hard-pressed to find him in any controversy, but one of the biggest altercations that he's faced occurred on the pitch during Liverpool's draw with Arsenal. The incident saw linesman Konstantin Hadzidakis elbow Robertson on the face. The official was temporarily suspended from duty while investigations were launched by both the FA and the PGMOL, and at the end of the day, he wasn't punished. This sparked a lot of debate. Some pundits blame Robertson for putting his arm on the official in the first place. The linesman has since apologized to Robbo. If there is any criticism that Robertson might face from pundits, it is that he doesn't hesitate to let the officials have it if he feels that they made the wrong decision. What are your thoughts though?